Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the May Booty video for 2023. This video, unlike the April video, which was actually filmed several hours before the taping of this one, is heavy anime related. So because there was Anime North that happened at the end of the month, as well as some figure pre-orders that came in, and just random good finds on strange places. I'm going to try and speed through this because I write down the items that were part of the booty video in the phone, and you can probably see one of them in over there. I'm pointing to it kind of weirdly, but I didn't think it would get shot. But anyway, kind of hectic today. Having a little bit of a problem with the computer. Hopefully it is nothing serious. I don't think it is, but let's get through this, shall we? So, May booty video, and please excuse me for looking at my phone just because the list is here. But anyway, sometimes you find good finds at places that normally don't sell anime stuff. So one of these finds that I did find actually at GameStop of all places, because GameStop seems to be carrying more pop culture things these days, and what's weird is that some of them are anime figures. So I did find this sweet figure of Ichika Nakano from Quintessential Quintuplets, made by Sega, who's technically a video. I love this whole cop vibe that she's got here. So that was a sweet find. And there are other anime figures they have there, and they do sell like the next kind of figure line that Bandai produces, which is Cube Posket. So I did pick her up from GameStop, and I did see her at Anime North as well, but she was pretty cheap. Cheap as in inexpensive, not cheap as in Ichika's an expensive girl. Next up, had obviously been talking about, not having a PS5 anymore. That might not be the case much sooner. I might probably will reinvest in PS5 because of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which the trailer dropped this week, and I'm like, shit. Gonna have to reinvest in PS5 for this because I don't think it's gonna come to Steam anytime soon. But anyway, most of the stuff I've been porting over to Switch, like the Shantae game, so I finally traded in Shantae and the Pirate's Curse for PS5, and I got some sweet figures actually. You might not think that the exchange is fair, if you will, but for me it is, because I got Cube Posket Yor Forger from Spy Family and Cube Posket Super Sailor Mercury from Sailor Moon, and they were on sale, but I got both of them basically for like $5 with the exchange of Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, which is kind of cool. Cube Posket is one of those things that they're really cute anime figures, and they require some assembly but not much. Snap the head, the body, and that's done. 5 minutes, less than that. And there were tons of Cube Poskets at Anime North. I did see some of the ones I want, but I didn't end up finding them. Again, watch the Convention 101 video because that'll tell you when you find something, remember the layout of the dealer's room where you found it, because chances are, if nobody picked it up, that seller might be the only vendor selling it. There was a Cube Posket of Lum from Urusei Yatsura that I really wanted, but didn't end up happening, finding it on my second pass. Okay, this is the only gaming related item that I picked up in the month of May, and you can probably guess what it is because everybody pretty much got it. Zelda Legend of Zelda's Tears of the Kingdom, the sequel to Breath of the Wild. And reason being, picked this up. I had it pre-ordered because, all the hype surrounding it, it's great. Like, I have not played it very much because when I started it up and installed it, it literally, I think, starts at the right where Breath of the Wild left off, and I was under Hyrule Castle with Zelda, and Link had 24 hearts in his inventory, so I'm like, I guess I can't technically start playing this if I haven't finished Breath of the Wild first. So that is exactly what I'm doing right now. I am on and off playing through Breath of the Wild right now. It's very open world like, so it's kind of new to me because normally most of the Zeldas have a linear path, but I do like the exploration aspect of it. It's just that Breath of the Wild was my very first Switch game that I got way back in 2019, but I didn't know where to go or how to access certain areas when you're on the Great Plateau until I had to. We all do it sometimes. We have to go refer to a guide online. And ever since then after that, then now that I have more abilities, I guess, I'm starting to explore a lot more the open world. Once you get off the Great Plateau, pretty much the sky's the limit, like with what you can do. And I'm pretty sure that it's the same with Tears of the Kingdom. I wonder if anybody's beaten Tears of the Kingdom. I'm pretty sure some people have already beaten it. Okay. Uncommon to like pickups. New Jay's hat. If you didn't see on the side, it's got Ontario, and then on the back it's got the name Toronto. I'll do that real quick. So yeah, as you can tell, I don't want them to take off because then my baldness will show. Also, besides that, picked up a new jersey. Another favorite player of mine. Excuse my French. Tip the chair over. But number 25, Dalton Varsho, one of our new trades. Love the guy though; he's awesome. At left field, and then of course, obviously at the front, you got here. Excuse my. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really comfortable. I love it. Love baseball. I am behind actually on watching some of the games. Now, these next few are all figures. They're all, well, one of them is not an Neno, one of them is a pop-up parade, but all anime stuff came in from Good Smile this month. First off is Nenodroid Iruru from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Season 2. This was actually one of the unboxing videos I filmed initially when before the capture card got corrupted for some strange reason, so I do not know why. I really should probably invest in a capture card adapter of some kind and just have it permanently plugged into the PC. But she was the first one I got, and obviously this is the pose I kept her in, so yeah, she's kind of crazy and horny at the same time. It's like, look at my boobs. There's that pop-up parade of the Thorn Princess, Your Forger. So this one, again, like Cube Poskets, these are like, they're a very good quality, but not like high quality. The highest caliber, and they're pretty much stick it in the base, there it goes. And they're all usually about this size, which I think is about 1/7, so they're pretty cool. So that I picked up from Good Smile Company. Another Neno that came in, she was pretty expensive because she came with a lot of extra parts, but ironically, as much as I wanted to get rid of Shantae and the Pirate's Curse for PS5, I still have all those games on Switch, and I really do love the series. So, Nenodroid Shantae from Shantae, obviously, and the reason why she comes with a lot of parts because her hairpiece is, she has two different ones. One where she's actually whipping you with it, and this is the natural one. So you can take this off, it comes off just like that, and then all you do is just, there goes Monkey Shantae. But there's obviously, like, this is the pose I chose to keep her in. So the flame pose, as long as with the monkey, I think that's her. I'm not 100% sure. But Nenodroid Shantae. But she had a lot of extra posable parts, so that's why she was at least a little bit more expensive. But they shoved them all in that little Neno box that they come in. So that came from Good Smile. And now the next little bit of stuff is Anime North booty. So stuff that came from Anime North. So obviously on the first day, I had acquired a lot of overtime recently, and that all went out the window when I went into the autograph sessions. I literally got all the autographs, mostly what I really wanted signed, but you know, didn't really get a chance to peruse the dealer's room. And then one good thing though is that some of these vendors do take debit and credit, and some of them actually had some good deals. So the first deal I found were some Miku stuff, obviously not from that same vendor, but that I did find that vendor. But there is this Miku figure from season 2, the swimsuit figure. Some of these I found at other vendors, and they were selling them for much more money. And this one I only paid 25 bucks for. Again, just like the Ichika, kind of just stick it in there, and it goes. And then another one, which is a little bit higher quality, was 35. Is Miku. I'm gonna turn my phone off because that's really damn annoying. I'm surprised I haven't sworn in this video yet, but this, it doesn't stick, it just comes off. It's like that. But I like the facial expression on it. That's kind of cool. So that was from day 1. And then obviously, upon finding that vendor that we met at the Gaming Con in Toronto, I noticed that they had plushies and stuff, and they had plushies of the Gwents, all 5 of them. And they had Miku, and somebody bought, when I found it the last, so I thought, oh no, they don't have any more. But apparently they had more than enough. So, and they had 2 versions. They have one with their eyes closed, kind of smiling, and then one with their eyes open. And the one with the eyes open is the one that's more expensive. But they had all 5 girls, so all 5 Gwents. And this was probably the highlight for me, was picking up this plushie of Miku, which I don't see like very, very often, like in the wild. I think at last year's Fan Expo there was a Yotsuba, and I asked how much it was, and it was the open-eyed version, and it was 60. This one sadly was more. It's 75 bucks for Miku, but I think all the ones he had, like all 5 of them, if you got the open-eyed version, it was in the range of 70 or 75, I can't remember, but I think 70 for sure. But you know, it's got everything. It's got Miku's little bang open, it's got the headset, and then obviously she's wearing pantyhose. Yeah, so that was cool. Like, this is one of the coolest ones ever. I'm glad I picked that up. After that, I went back to that other vendor where I got the 2 Mikus, and they had Nenodroids that were older, but they were kind of cheaper. Like, they didn't break the bank like some of these other places we found. And lo and behold, Nenodroid Hinata from Naruto Shippuden. So I really like that. She comes with a lot of cool faces. I paid about 80 bucks for her, which is about average for her. So if you're spending more than that, that's questionable. And it's of good quality, because if I said if the price is a bit too low, you should be suspicious and ask to check the figure, because it might be a bootleg. Maybe that's a bootleg, but it looks decent enough quality for me. So Hinata. Then I didn't really take much pictures of cosplayers except this one Lumine cosplayer I did find. Lumine from Genshin Impact, which is the female avatar of the character you play. And I did find the pop eventually. Unfortunately, I did not know that, but it's a bobblehead, yay! Yeah. But these are one of, it made me question because it was 20 bucks, but I looked it up on the app for Funko, and it is supposed to be like this, because it is under the line of Pop Asia, and not like under Pop Games, for example. And Genshin Impact is a really popular online game. Well, it can be offline if you want, but it's popular enough that, you know, it's well known that they would make figures of this. And this is a legit figure. She's saying no, but no, I think it is. But it is a bobblehead. And then unfortunately, I only found one vendor who was selling this item, and I didn't see it at any other vendor, so okay, alright, we might as well do it because we're here, and then you'll never get the chance again. Well, maybe you will, and if you decide to still attend conventions, because I'm getting tired. I'm getting old. I'm old and decrepit, and I'm getting tired, and sometimes maybe I understand now why people can't just go the whole weekend. They can go one day, but Nanodroid Lumine from Genshin Impact. This one was up there, and they said okay, she's 30, but some people, like, when they say they're that much, they actually mean they're that much. So like Hinata was $80, she was 80. That's it. They said she was 130. The price tag was 129, so it's 130. 140 some odd dollars after tax. It would be nice if you tell me if there's tax on top of it. So I was not too happy like when I saw like the online receipt for that, but the deed was already done. So, and then I saw who I was actually buying for was Anime Extreme. So if you watch this video, all you congoers out there, Anime Extreme is probably one of the worst places you could buy stuff from, because their shit is expensive as hell. And I think, if my mind serves me right, at last year's Anime North, when I picked up the Q Posket of female Ranma, it was $50. And I didn't know who I purchased it, but I had 50 physical dollars that time. So just be careful. Like, know where the vendors are. Anime Extreme is one of the ones I kind of avoid because they tend to be more on the higher end of the expense side. But then again, Riley did buy a Dark Souls a Figma from him for like $230. So who am I to judge, right? Only 2 items left. We're doing pretty good. So this is the last item though that came out from Good Smile Shipping, and that is Nanodroid Kana from Miss Komihashi's Dragon Maid. This one though was kind of a little bit, I didn't know that it had shipped, and then it shipped, because normally I pay the duty like online before the item arrives, and obviously my mom paid the duty for me, and then I paid her back on that. But I had no idea that it shipped, because you got to be careful with Good Smile products, because sometimes you get emails that stuff is shipped and then it goes in your spam folder. So just be careful, because sometimes they could be declining payments that your card don't work, or sending you messages, and yet all your messages are showing up in your spam folder. But she's so cute, and this is the only pose that seemed legit to put her in. And the final item on the May booty list is an actual anime, and this is the final Violet Evergarden movie. Finally came out. I was considering getting the 4K version, but I don't have the PS5 currently, which was the only 4K player I had. I'm thinking about investing in a standalone 4K player as opposed to the PS5. Like, the PS5 one will be just a bonus eventually when I pick up that PS5 again. I'm going to be really strict though with PS5 purchases, because I really just like Final Fantasy. I don't really care about God of War or Horizon. Well, maybe I do about Horizon, but I'm going to be kind of light, on the light side, on buying exclusives. Really only like Final Fantasy. That's pretty much the gist of it. The beauty of this one is, normally I take these out and throw them away if the cover art is the same. So you would think I would have chucked this. But because I have the Violet Evergarden release, like when the series came, and I got the limited edition version of it, and it come with all the postcards and stuff. So this is the first, this is the series, and then this is the first movie. It says feature film 1. So, and then there's the art book. So then what goes here to complete it? This is the kind of stuff I liked about anime. So then you got your series, you got your movie 1, and then this is the one that just came out. And it all fits nicely in this box. And then you slide that on. It doesn't matter how you do it. Looks like a postcard. Awesome. And then it fits on this shelf like that. Cool. So that is the May booty video. So I hope you enjoyed checking out all the anime heavy stuff. Like, most of this stuff came from Anime North, specifically like the Miku figures, the plushie, and me getting hosed on the Lumine Nanodroid. But it's Lumine, it's Jasmine, you have to have it. So Only gaming was Tears of the Kingdom, but I've not actually played that officially, which made me go back and play Breath of the Wild. So more than likely at the Gaming Con tomorrow, I'll be on the lookout for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, which is the 100 years before the Breath of the Wild storyline, when the great catastrophe happened. So I'll be on the lookout for that, and possibly Final Fantasy VII Remake for PS5, the Intergrade, and Perfect Dark Zero. Those are the three in my mind that I'm looking at. But you know, I want to see how big this convention is. Maybe I'll take pictures this time, just to see, like, you know, what kind of stuff is happening. I have no physical money, so hopefully some of those vendors will take debit and credit. Y'all, if we can all like jump on the streaming train, why can't you all on the autograph table of the celebrities and whatnot jump on the interact and credit train and not have to ask for physical cash all the time? It's just be so much simpler. We could get our stuff done and we would be like not pay for it right away and pay for it later. Of course, the danger is that if you're a fan of everything, then that's the danger. That's the danger for me at Fan Expo, is trying to narrow it down to what you really want. But anyway, that's the May booty video. May 2003 booty. So the June video will drop hopefully sometime in July. The first item that will probably be featured will either be from tomorrow's con, or it will be Spy Family, because Spy Family comes out on Tuesday, part 1. So thanks very much for watching. Stay beautifully imperfect out there. Take care of yourselves and each other. Be kind to yourselves and to each other. I'm glad this video was a little bit more positive, and you keep up the awesomeness, and we'll see you later. Say bye-bye, Miku. Bye-bye.